Hi everybody, welcome to your December 2019 reading. This is for you, Taurus, but of course I'm opening it up to anybody and at any time. So, first of all, guys, oh Lord, Lordy, let me just light this candle because this is too much craziness. Now, first of all, I would like to narrow this down a little bit because a title like this is going to be like, everybody's like me. But actually, obviously, if you're attracted to this reading based on the title, there is, you may actually be on a twin flame journey. I actually did see twin cups here to my spiritual eyes, superimposed upon the Two of Cups. So, I mean, the words twin cups written there. So, obviously, this is definitely directed to some twin connections. However, if you feel, and in fact here's the divine feminine, here's the divine masculine, if you feel that this resonates with you, regardless of your sign and whatever, then it's also for you. Whether or not you have a twin connection, there could be something of value here. So let's listen on. Now, I'm going to narrow this down. This is about a divine masculine who is a trickster. And when I say a trickster, guys, before you give me your experience and say, yeah, because he was this and that, I'm talking about the kind of person who uses absolute veneer in order to mask sheer insecurity. All right? Because, first of all, I'm getting that this is somebody who may show to you and lead to the world this idea that I was misled in this third-party situation, or I was misled in my actions. So there's this lack of accountability. However, and they're not even afraid to use fake tears and fake whatever. But what I'm getting is absolutely underneath that is real emotions and real feelings of loss, even though that excuse is lame AF, okay? Even Jesus said, but no, he didn't. I don't, that's what I would say normally, but he didn't literally say that. No, I'm just saying even Spirit said, even they said, just disregard whatever reason this person gives when they come back. You know, they could be like, I was misled, or, that unaccountable kind of thing. It's some bullshit. They're like, give them a pass on that, because they just can't come to admitting that, yeah, I fucked up. Excuse the language, guys, but once I get into the readings, the energy as it flows, even though they just can't be like, yeah, I fucked up, it was me, blah, 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 blah. But they're hoping that you could see through, because some people are so strong in their pride. They're wrong and strong, and the separation, their belief in that lie is like thick. But this person, it's like, they might be like, yeah, I was misled. That they don't even believe in it, but it's just something that they just have to say, what it is, to save face. So Spirit is so paper thin. Spirit is saying, let them have it, if that's what they need to tell you to get back in. Because they're not lying to themselves. They're not lying to you. God knows the truth. They literally, Spirit said, just disregard. All right? Just let it go. Don't call them on it. The next thing is, I get this person, this connection may have been, and they're saying validated, but may have been, may be recognizable because it's marred by lies. So this is somebody who may have fed you a lot of lies along the way in this connection. Now, when I say feeding you a lot of lies, I mean like not being honest. It could also be like withholding information. It's like never giving, just not giving the truth ever. And I know that sounds strange, but it's almost like you have to catch them in a lie, and then they would be like, they'd admit it in a subdued way, but they never would, you know what I mean? Anyway, so the idea is feeding lies. But from that idea, also what I get is that they were so inauthentic with themselves, and amongst those lies amongst those lies include the biggest lie of them all, that they're not interested in you. Things like that, where they literally try to downplay their interest in you along the way. So if that sounds like your connection, yeah, okay, 4 minutes and 44 seconds, right into this call, this is somebody who is not authentic in themselves, or they weren't when they were with you. They loved you, they love you still, but they just had so much going on. They literally fed lies. They were unaccountable, and it's to the point where as they come back, they even may carry this veneer again that's like, I knew it was going to work out between us all along. That's a straight up lie, because I'm seeing their energy right underneath is a lot of insecurity. It's a huge amount of insecurity. The truth is that they didn't know it was going to work out, that they're struggling and they're still wondering if you're going to take them back. They're just so much on shaky ground. This is somebody who's on shaky ground is what I'm getting. But listen, their actions don't lie. They're coming back and they're trying to get back in. They may come back as a page or a knight, like trying to act like, oh, I'm just texting, I'm just reaching out, oh, this is whatever, I'm not like, but this person is coming back for good. They literally want to be in. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't pick up that this is something fake. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Sometimes like the words want to come out so much, it's almost like my mouth can't articulate fast enough, and like I'm stumbling on my words, and I need a sip. First of all, thank you, God, for the flow of information. Alright, let's jump in. For this reading, I got 2 songs. Not every song gets a reading, but I am clairaudient, and in this case, 2 songs came out. The first one is our girl, Celine. It's All Coming Back. Remember that song? He goes, it's all coming back to me now. So what's coming back is him. He's the one coming back. Now, he means male or female or non-conforming. It doesn't matter. The energy is marked by the divine masculine. So it'll be a masculine charge, whether, biologically it's male or female. But what I'm seeing is that song is heralding the return. Now, I wanted to entitle this The Return of the Divine Masculine, but they made me entitle it The Returning of the Divine Masculine. And you guys are probably like, well, what's the difference? First of all, it feels different to me. And the fact that we're saying the returning, it's almost like highlighting the process of it. So it's a little bit more taking us into the action of returning. All right, I hope that makes sense. Now, the second song that I got is I Only Wanna Be With You. What's the part that I got? I don't know what it is that makes me love you so. I only know I never wanna let you go. See, you started something, oh, can't you see that ever since we met you've had a hold on me? And oh yeah, no matter what I do, or you do, I only wanna be with you. That's the song that's playing. But the version that I'm hearing is Vonda Shepherd's, who I absolutely love. Check her out. Don't worry, guys, I'll put the links to the songs in the bottom, all right? In the comment place. Anywho, that last song was coming from the Divine Masculine's voice here, okay? So let's jump in. Now, the first thing that I want to point out, dear God, let me get my glasses, God bless, because I'm nearsighted and this is far. First card right away is the Wisdom of the Divine Feminine. So that's how I know that this energy, it's not just one card, because this card can represent anything, right? But I mean, the choices of cards that have fallen here are just, it's clearly talking about a twin flame relationship, or a relationship that is insanely significant. Look at the Divine Feminine right underneath her, at her feet, meaning coming in as well. Fourth Ray of Harmony. This is that union card. Look at that. This is that union card, that soulmate, that twin flame card. Right to the next of her is the family of light, verifying and validating that this connection is a sacred connection. This is soul family that we're referring to. Now, on the side, I have initiation. What this looks like to me is, and then we have, like, I literally kid you not, a string of cards. Wait, hold on. This card is looking like marriage to me. I've never seen that, but it wants me to attune to it really quickly. Look at this. Oh, they're using the word attune. So just go ahead and stare at this card for a bit, all right? And whatever they want you to receive from this card, the energy is going to be received by you as you stare at it. But what I'm seeing here is marriage. This looks like a wedding. Like, don't ask how, but it does. And that's just how it is. It's the energy that's overlaying the card. So they want you to attune to that. If you look at it and it's designed to be your attunement, then you will feel this energy, okay? So this definitely feels like wedding day. I'm seeing a wedding cake. I'm seeing a dress. I'm seeing wedding flowers. I'm seeing bridesmaids. Okay. Just 3 more seconds. I'm also seeing a dentist for some reason. Dental work. Someone here is a dentist, or someone will be doing dental work. I'm seeing someone here is going to be an older bride. I'm seeing gray hair for you. So yeah, and finally, and the song that's coming for you in particular is "Looks Like We Made It." Yeah, that song. Who was that? Air Supply? I don't know. Anyway, somebody. For some of you, I'm seeing twins, but it's almost like having identical twins. So I don't know if you have kids who are twins, or if you are, or your twin is just so like boom like you. Because for some of us, our twin seems so different from us. And then for some of you, I swear it might be like for reals, like a twin like feels like, your twin feels like an absolute mirror image. So I'm seeing that. I'm seeing somebody here feeling like they've lost their best friend. Well, this person's coming back. It's almost like you just haven't been the same. And you're seeming almost on the brink of death. Like with them, they took everything that was you. Because you guys were so mirror imagey, like that when they left, you felt that absence of them. And in that absence, you felt the absence of yourself because you were so mirror imagey. Like me and my twin were not mirror images. Like, like he crazy. And I'm saying, I'm just kidding. No, energetically, there's a lot of overlap, especially in the life events. The details are different, but we have gone through very, very similar. It just said 11:44, 11 minutes, 44 seconds. Yeah, very, very similar life events, but with similar dynamics with different details. But for some of you, the twin is like you guys move the same. Like people might even see you and be like, oh my god, I know you guys look like different races, but you're like the same person. Like those kinds of that kind of feeling. For you, this may have been really hard because when we lose our twin or they get separated or whatever, they do take what we perceive of to be a part of us. And that's in general in relationships as well. But because they highly seem so much like you, it's like you may have felt like you lost yourself to a larger degree than other twins may have. Well, I'm seeing this person returning and your restoration, okay? And what I'm getting with that, it's almost like when they left, they took a huge sense of the energy with them, and they were doing some major work. So hopefully, I know you didn't have a chance to relax, but hopefully you could get to this place like, oh good, I hope they took it and let them do most of the work. And now they're coming back, this near mirror image twin, and they are bringing back all that energy, and once again you guys will share it together. It'll be fine. Oh my gosh, guys, okay? So I'm just getting otter spirits energy. If you guys watch my readings, you know otter spirit is like my twin / soulmate / just super cute mate for life card, and they just like they're scrambling all over each other, loving each other. You know what, let me go find that card because it's too cute and now I want to look at it. Aww. By the way, the card under the deck is a rebirth, is assured, so this card should be somewhere over here, but I'm gonna, alright, we'll put it there. Let's look for otter spirit, guys, because otter spirit, oh, so cute. And I think he's very appropriate. They are very appropriate. Spirit is correcting me. They are very appropriate. Sorry for this moment. Let's look. Where are they? Watch, I bet they're going to be the last card after all this looking I'm doing. And as I'm saying that, you know, Spirit doesn't mince words, so somebody out there is feeling that kind of dry sense of humor, like, oh, great, I bet they're going to be the last person I meet after I kiss all these frogs. And you know what? Yeah, this person's about to shut it down. Yeah, this is going to be a last person kind of thing. My God, where is Otter Spirit? Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. Jeez. Ugh, where are they? Are they on the table? Oh, okay, no, I'd be mad. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm down to... Where is Otter Spirit? Dude, if it's his last card... It's a last card. Alright, see? My God. Look how many cards. So that goes to show you, Spirit doesn't mince words in my reading. I was just making a joke about it being the last card. It applied to somebody, and boom, it was the last card. Look. So look at Otter Spirit. So this is a confirmation to some of you guys. They're letting you attune. They're saying you're never alone. You were never alone. This is going to be your final love. This is the person, whoever is, if you're resonating with this reading and it's actually for you, like, this is your person. You're not going, this person's not going anywhere, you're not going anywhere. Look at how they're like merging into one. They're sniffling each other, snuggling each other. Just like, it's like I can imagine them holed up in the ground in a super small hole where you're like two otters are in this hole. Like they're just so cute, and they complement each other, they love each other. It makes me want to go snuggle something. Aww. Forever alone. Hashtag. Let's bring them on because they're cute. They even match the same colors of the card. Check that out. All those greens and stuff. Seeing Thanksgiving energy here. Some of you may have been in contact with them as recently as Thanksgiving. Maybe you broke up with them. Maybe you whatever. Like you heard from them. Whether it's in the physical or non-physical. Yeah, they're so cute. Oh my gosh, guys, stop. I can't do the reading with that kind of cuteness. Now let's thank that card. Where was it? This one? The one we saw a lot of energy for movement, marriage, weddings. That's an affirmation right there as well. Now, take a look here. The reason why they wanted me to go there is because this track follows this. This is all divine masculine now. Look at this. It's crazy, guys. Oh, holy moles. This is all divine feminine. Okay. And this is divine masculine. Okay. Let's go on the masculine track. So here we have this, remember underneath, this is coming into union, fourth ray of harmony. This is the masculine. Look at him coming back humbled. This is somebody who's very humble. Yes, I know he's still not quite there to say, yeah, I'm the one, I did this, you know. He's still touting that lame ass excuse. Yeah, I was misled. No, but he doesn't even believe it. So Spirit is like, just disregard that. Yeah, he can say that in the first few seconds, and then you guys will be ottering up, and then no one's thinking about this moment anymore, right? This is love. This is sheer commitment here. Now, I'm seeing this person coming with their full heart. Like, it's almost like half the heart. They're saying coming with half his heart because he knows that the other half of his heart belongs to you. Wow. Now, male or female, it doesn't matter. Biological gender, we don't care about. We're talking about this etheric, charge of the energy. Positive, negative, light, dark, up, down, in, out, male, female, right? And so the polarity, thank you. I'm seeing this person has emptied out. And I gotta be honest, they're looking kind of sexy right now. And the sexy part of them is in this card, well, aside from that six-pack and them, you know, the cloth, and God bless. But aside from that, because it's just an illustration, what is sexy about them is the energy. The energy is like, I surrender. And men, if you're on this call, can we just like let you know, or the people who are more marked with the divine masculine energy, look, a divine feminine loves a good surrendering man. Like, you surrender, like, we can do stuff, you know? And this is that energy, because he's in his surrender, it's also carrying this energy of like, I understand. I've come to an understanding. I see what you were saying. So it's almost like a concession, a humbling, and an apology, and a coming back with not head bowed and tail between the legs, but it almost feels a little bit like that, like a concession. And what that does is, for the divine feminine, if she's not distorted, it kind of triggers this nurturing within her. If she's in a distorted sense, it triggers this like, bitch, I knew it, told you that. We're not about that, right? That's just gonna send him like a puppy running for reals with his tail between his legs. So that's what she wants to come in right here. She's like, yes, as a divine feminine, I accept and I receive. So in that moment you receive, you don't repel. So when he comes back, and it's like this energy of basically, yeah, you were right, but in whatever words he wants to say, you receive him as such, and you otter up. You just otter up. What does that mean? Like, imagine him walking through the door, male, female, him walking through the door, and like he's kind of avoiding your eyes a little bit, he's looking down a little bit, but he's there, he showed up. But there's still that little bit of, you know, guilt and shame that still needs to be it still needs to be made okay. Like, there needs to be that confirmation from you, like, it's okay. Much like a child, a 7-year-old child who knows that they did some, or even a dog, when they know they've done something, and you come to them and they're kind of looking away. They need you to kind of release them in that moment. And that's what you guys do to each other. They're saying, and do for each other. So in that moment, I'm seeing you at the door holding him and giving him that nurturing, and the next thing, you guys are kissing and, you know, maybe crying a bit and just holding each other and loving each other, and it's silent and it's like, you know, it's great. And then, you know, you head over to the bedroom, God bless, after getting some juice or whatever. That's kind of the energy I'm getting here. So this is a reunion, but check this out, this humbling situation. Look at that. Look at what happens once he gets that okay. Look, see? Look at the gradation. Like, I was shocked to see these cards. They all came out together. Look, it's the same card. And then a right? This is him knowing he's got to come back, knowing he's ready. He's got to come claim the last half of his heart. This is him coming into physical connection, needing that okay. See how, like, he needs that other arm? He needs that okay. And once he gets that okay, it's like this heart, it's like, it's okay. His heart can open and the energy can flow. And this is when you'd see that king come out. Here, he's still in that page and knight energy, maybe even closer to a page, because the knight carries with it that, you know, I'm talking about Tarot-Reid cards, K-N-I-G-H-T. The knight carries with it almost a sense of audacity that the page may not. So he's coming with the humbled page energy, but once it's like, okay, it's okay, and you give him that, you release, he turns into that knight and then quickly into the king. Skipping over the knight, basically, because sometimes I feel energetically the knight carries this audacious, kind of bold kind of feeling, but in this case, it's the gratitude of a king. And now look at this merging. See how, look at how this looks. This is the 5D. This is him coming straight into alignment with his 5D. Look at the mirroring. Okay? That's mirroring. So this is your 3D guy, and this is the 5D guy. 5D guy's been trying to pull things behind the scene for a long time. He's happy that finally 3D guy can get it together. and once they get it together and alignment is there, check this out, boo. Check it out. Chickadee, check it out. Now, let me show you feminine alignment. Wait, before I do that. Well, no, not before I do it. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do it right now. So we see you surrendering, and I'm seeing this marriage. But look at these 3 cards. I feel that the Divine Feminine has come into alignment, you know, obviously easier for some reason, and it's happened. Look, she's been in contact with her higher self for a while. It's about ascension. Remember, the feminine aspect leads. Excuse me. It is very common that the feminine aspect leads the journey, right, in many ways. And so she has to be in contact. So I feel that she may have been in contact with her higher self a lot earlier than the Divine Masculine. She may have been aware because she's holding the vision. And I'm seeing that she's holding that vision, but as she has been holding this vision, see, it's an 8 and a 1, it's 9, it's not quite completion. And then here we have this completion 40, is like a 10, plus the 4, the solid foundation. See, but once that solid foundation comes, her work kind of continues a little bit. Look, she's still breathing life into it. And we see that with the releasing, allowing him to release his stuff. And then look at this. This is her in alignment. This card shows her in alignment. See how the what do you call it? The posturing is the same as her higher self. We saw his posturing as well. Ba-bum. 3D on the left, 5D on the right. 3D down here, 5D on the right. 9 and 2 is 11. That's complete union. Look at this. 11. That's the union as well. But notice how she has this posturing before already, because she was already in alignment before. He comes back, she breathes her part into it, releases the remaining guilt and shame that he's holding on to, bada bing, bada boom. All right? So guys, you see, I don't really, I mean, I know that I get a lot of channelings and stuff for twins, but you can always trust, at least with me, I don't know about other people, if I'm talking about twin stuff, that's for real, all right? I didn't just make that up, because I could look at a card and never see any twins in there, but sometimes all it takes is one card to see it, and sometimes the evidence is just overwhelming. Look at this. This is overwhelming evidence. And I think in my line of work, I would expect to see that a lot, because I do work primarily with people who do come in the spiritual service, and bada bing, bada boom, here they are. Here's that spiritual service component. And so therefore I see a lot of twin flame connections, a lot of them. Look at this guy. This is your masculine, divine masculine. He's here. But look at that. He's been going through dark angel moment. This tells me, if you watch my videos, you know that Dark Night of the Soul is the card where for reals, that's going down. But here, this is Dark Angel. It tells me it's like a lighter version of Dark Night of the Soul. And he's going through stuff. There may be Nine of Swords energy, you know, sleepless nights, tears and whatnot, but it's not as bad as the Dark Night of the Soul. Look at this though. He's emerging. This person is emerging with expertise. This is the 5D aspect. Look at him. He's already at a 10. And he's saying, look at this. During this whole process, I knew what I was doing. Because even though like the 3D self didn't know, the 5D self knew all the time. This is like the magician, the emperor, the everything. This is that elevated soul consciousness. He knew what he was doing. Now, I know it sounds weird to say, but it's not. In my reading, like for myself, because Spirit talks to me along my twin flame journey, and like last year, I remember that they were like, the feminine and masculine energies both came forward to talk to me about this connection that I was in, you know, the twin guy. And they were like, basically that my counterpart, my male twin counterpart, was the architect of the chart this time, so to speak. So like what we're living and executing, it was largely not dictated, but largely architected, I know that's not a word, by my guy. So it's not like I'm the one who got my hands dirty so much. Like maybe he was the ringleader in creating the plan. Like I would do this and you would do that, and this would happen. And so his energy was like, trust me on this, let's just go, let's just execute it. And you know me, I'm like, no, I don't know you. Just kidding. You're moving too slow. And so down here, but my point is I'm seeing this energy here. I'm seeing him as the master architect. I wouldn't be surprised if this masculine was the one who also created the plan that you guys are now executing. Now, I don't know if to say, I'd have to do more personal readings, but I don't know if to say that in my case, my divine masculine did the planning, and in other cases, maybe the divine feminine would be the one doing most of the planning. I don't know. And they're saying you also have other divine architects involved, but they are saying that yes, for me, that, oh, I almost said his name. No names. that my guy was heavily in charge of planning some stuff. So I'm wondering, either way, I'm seeing the same energy. Look at that energy of the master architect. Now, guys, I know that's like, what? Because my guy in the 3D can't tell between his left shoe and his right shoe. That's wrong, guys. That's wrong. You guys are wrong for that. But anyway, this is the 5D. So look at him. He's like a master at work. Now, what I'm so loving is, check this out, guys. Check this out. Spiritual service and second ray of wisdom. If you guys watch my readings or you get personal readings from me, you know that this card always tells me there's going to be spiritual service somewhere down the line. Because look at it. Just like this card is not the Dark Night of the Soul, but it's like a lesser version of it. This usually tells me that spiritual service is coming in. And then there's the actual spiritual service card. You got both of these cards. And on top of that, the spiritual service card came out before this card came out. So what this tells me, just in these 4 cards alone, is that the divine masculine is finally joining, getting on the boat as far as spiritual service and union. And it tells me that spiritual service is already underway. So I really, 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 really wouldn't be surprised if you, divine masculine or divine feminine, have already been working on your spiritual service, and now it's just kind of this other card is there already. Because if I saw this, that tells me, oh, you're in the beginning stages, and then maybe this a little later, but this is already here. And then we have this could be alignment, this could be more energy, whatever it is, this is already here. Okay, So, and in fact, this card came under that card, the Pink Rose of Lady Nada. So this could be, yeah, that's it. This could be showing that joining of two, the two coming together. Because this, so somebody in this connection, if not both of you, is already undergoing your spiritual work. So for example, I'm doing my spiritual work here, and my guy's energy in the 5D is helping me, but his energy in the 3D isn't, right? But who knows, maybe if we come together, maybe he'll help in some way in the physical, and that's what this would look like. Hold on. Alrighty, poos, let's continue. That was a lot just on the top energies. So that's why you guys see that I had to entitle this reading "The Returning of the Divine Masculine." I'm getting the months of December, really big December, okay? So if you're in this reading, like, there's going to be some connection in some way in December, some connection. It feels very real worldy, like very 3D as well. Now, I'm also getting February, so like January, February, but more like February, January, okay? Hopefully that helps. Let's see. Okay, so I'm seeing this card here, 9 of Pentacles, single card, but actually what's so cray-cray is right underneath that card is the the High Priest, which is the Hierophant, which talks about commitment. And it's like, wait a minute, single and then commitment and then boom, 8 of Wands. That's like fast-moving energy. So a lot of you may find that, yeah, the cards are right here. They speak for themselves, dudes. They really do. This is why I'm like, let me just put this deck here, because I notice a lot of times I don't need to shuffle, like Spirit just uses whatever. Yeah, so I'm seeing moving from a single state into a committed state. Look at that Boy Scout honor. Like, this is for real. I'm getting from this energy a very highly angelic energy. This is coming through. They're saying this is the real deal, okay? That's what I'm getting. This is the real deal is what they're saying. And you might, guys, find that the energy starts to get very serious around you, between you and this guy. So, for example, you've been always wanting him to come correct. You're always saying, he needs to come correct. He this and that. He's not committed. He's not. But, dude, I'm feeling like this guy standing on your doorstep is a sleeper. When I say sleeper, I mean don't sleep on him. You know, like, because he's coming across as a page, like, oh, hey, da-da-da, you know, head hanging, whatever. But look right underneath. Holy moles, look, I can't even write that. Look. Right underneath is the the Knight of Wands, and peeking out right here is the King of Wands. This, like, how does that happen? And then they're showing me at the end, they're like Supreme of Wands. Okay. Like, the cards, it's too strong, guys. The energy is way too freaking strong here. And it's in it as a reader, it's very, very significant, because when I go and I pick a card, the energy moves it. So, for example, I may feel this card like going like this. This shows me that this energy isn't really fully embodied. The energy comes out upside down. It could come out slanted. Now, imagine that, and that same energy is what dictates what cards are placed where and when. Even how, like, these two touching means something, right? So to have a full string of Divine Masculine, first of all, because I laid it like that. To have a full string of Feminine, then a full string of Masculine, followed up with, like, I kid you not, followed up with Spiritual Service, both cards, that's pretty significant. And this card connects the Feminine to the masculine, like how, like, and it is the card of harmony. And then we've got the single card, him coming in as the Page, Knight, then Wand, fast moving energy. This tells me this is and then capped off by the High Priest, or the what do you call it, the Hierophant, commitment. See him throwing up that Boy Scout honor. This is Spirit vouching for this person, because through this energy I'm getting, it's almost like a portal made through this card, just for that quick second for me to feel the energy. The energy's coming down from above and out in here. You know what the color looks like? The energy color looks like oh yes, oopsies, like this. That's what the energy of that beam that's coming through the card looks like. Oh, it looks like the candle too, right? See how it's coming in like a light? That's what that looks like. That clear vapor light kind of, but solid, but like, anyway, you get my point. They're saying he's in his dark angel right now, but he's in the middle still of this this receiving. He's receiving this energy, receiving. And what is he receiving? He's receiving knowledge that you are soul family. You are the one. All right. Now, if you're a divine masculine and this sounds like your story, then you're like, oh my God, that's so me. Like, dude, I'm ready to get this on the road. Please do leave comments below because, you know, we need to know. Right? But look at this. This is going to be happening pretty quickly. Now, that being said, I also see this here. I'm seeing this Nine of Pentacles as your energy, divine feminine. And I'm seeing that you may be having, even though the Nine of Pentacles speaks of independence and, you know, success and blah, 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 I see that you may be having financial constraints at this time. They're asking you, and now look at this card peeking out. They're asking you to, oh, what's that? Okay, no. They're asking you to be mindful about your spending, things like that. Look at this, the Six of Pentacles. This also speaks of bringing balance. So some of you who've been waiting on money could even be from this masculine, if he's like, you know, child support or what is it, palimony or alimony? Yeah, alimony. So things like that. You might be getting money coming in. Excuse me, guys. So yes, know your worth, but they're saying keep working, don't stop working. Some of you may be like resting on your laurels when it comes to building your financial net worth and savings and stuff. They're saying keep going, keep going. They're saying that you will have the help that you need when it comes to finances and things like that. Think on your feet, right? Oh, look at this card. The one card left is the Four of Wands. This is foundation, and I'll just leave it there because it seems to want to be there. And we are talking about foundation. Spirit is saying that think on your feet. They are going to be helping you with, you know, making ends meet and building and stuff. But keep going and think on your feet. Be agile. Now, the next cards that are coming through right below are co-create with Spirit and take time out. So what I'm seeing is things are on auto drive right now. Things are on autopilot. Because co-create with Spirit, usually I get this energy of them really, you know, getting in the driver's seat. That's why they may say driving school sometimes. Getting in the driver's seat and really taking control. But right here, they're watching you. Look at his cute little beady eyes, jelly bean eye. Licorice, right? He's looking at you. Spirit is standing still. And they're gonna jump in. They're taking, it's more of a laissez-faire right now, in the sense that things are on autopilot. So they don't need to jump in so much. But they're watching you to see what moves you make. So please make sure that you do make moves. And I'm seeing some of you maybe, or you may have already been guided to walk away from this connection. And I feel that if you were walking away from this, walking away from this connection may well have been what pushed this person into this state where they can sense your loss and feel it and then come correct, you know, pump with it. So if you did walk away, they're saying good job, and because you've done that, now they can sit back, you could sit back, sit back, take time out, right, and just watch and wait. Because right now, see this paw, they're like, tag, you're it, to your masculine. Now he's going through his stuff, you're kicking it in the background, relaxing, but staying focused on yourself and building your wealth. Okay, as you take time out, some of you may be experiencing shadows and fears. The shadows and fears are underlying this Four of Wands. So they're saying be careful with what fears you're giving rise to and what you're allowing. Like fears like, oh, he's not the one, she's not the one, oh, this is never going to work out, oh, how am I going to have ends meet, oh, you know, how can we ever be together, like he lives in another state, I live in another state, we're countries apart, you know, whatever. He's still married, she's still married. These fears are laying right underneath the Four of Wands. So they're reminding you, as this Four of Wands structure, solid structure and commitment, they're saying, is being built, don't feed your negative energy into it. And sometimes that can, this being asked to take that Four of Swords rest time and hangman rest time and time out, which you are in right now, feminine, might give rise to like thoughts. You might think things like it's never gonna happen, things like that. But look over there, otter spirits right there. Bat Spirit. Bat Spirit is saying a rebirth is assured. Otter Spirit says you're not even alone. Like, you're never alone. So it's like, where's all this coming from? The shadow side. Work through it. Now take a look here. Way over there, the Four of Pentacles wants to come in. Look how the cards mirror each other. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, they're putting it this way. I don't know if you can see it. But it's almost like this is, they're both fours, number one. So you could see that solid four. The Four of Wands and the the Four of Wands is all about solidity. It's about structure. It's about a foundation. So if you have a Four of Wands in your marriage reading, that's great. That's happy marriage. That's solid. Okay, that's absolutely solid. Meanwhile, look at the male energy we have here. I see that he may not even be coming forward yet. He's holding on to some stuff. What is he holding on to? He's holding on to those wishes that he has, that he's gonna dare to dream. But look at this. This person is standing in front of the house. That house is a house that he's built. This is showing me the keys to his kingdom, basically. And they're mirroring each other. He's already made this decision to come forward, okay? I'm telling you guys. This is a man who's on the verge of getting up. It's almost like he's not reaching out to you, but he's trying. Look at his eyes. Can you guys see? He's not reaching out to you. Look at how his energy is at rest there. But there's a lot of determination in that energy. Look at his eyes. He's not going to wave you down. He's not going to say, hey, hey, hey. He's going to look and wait till you catch his eye, till he catches your eye. And when he catches your eye, that's when he's going to get up and walk towards you. And you will have the keys to the kingdom. He will take you inside. He will open it up. He will reveal. He will tell you everything. But right now, this man's making no movement towards you at all, right? So imagine you're like, da-da-da. Meanwhile, you've got this foundation you're trying to build, and you're like, come one, come all, I'm waiting for you. There's no door. It's just like, come in. Like, see how the energies are juxtaposed? And how like oxymoronic it is, and how contrary it is. So I feel your frustration when you have this energy going, and then like you're being told to rest, and you've got his energy not seeming to give. But as the reader, I can see, please, this man, it's all veneer. He's like waiting to catch your eye. You look him dead in his eye, and he's going to be like, it's time. And he's going to come over, and he's going to talk to you. So like, this is somebody who's ready. They really are ready, like I'm telling you. So Spirit's warning here is not to pump this connection full of fears. As you're watching this video, if the video is for you, ask your angels, God bless. Ask your higher self, God bless. Be careful that you're not like, this is never going to happen. This is bullshit. This is blah, blah, blah. Because might I remind you that we watch a lot of these readings on YouTube, right? These readings are here on YouTube. I get it. But the story seems to be the same. We're always thinking about this story like, oh, no, twins, they never get together. They're running, chasing. There's like this discourse around twin flame stuff. And what a lot of people fail to realize is that all of us are still living within the same lifetime as everybody else who's talking about this. So in other words, it's not like people have been talking about, victory card flopped out. It's not that people have been talking about twin flames. Let's put them here. It's not like people have been talking about twin flames for centuries, and that all of the old discourse, including the modern day discourse, all point to the same thing, that people live and die and they never get into union. No, look, listen, I want you to entertain the idea for a second that it's quite possible that a lot of us who are watching these readings about these twin connections are inevitably going to get together one day, and in this lifetime, and that is why we are asked to watch these readings and to stay invested on some level, and to not completely give up on the journey, even though we need to vary our degrees of engagement, right? So you have to be open to the idea of like, why would my mind be even open to this? This is crazy. This is weird. Why would it even cross my path, but it never crossed my cousin's path, right? Why does no one else in my class know about this kind of stuff, but I do? Maybe because that's the path you're on. And you're on that path because you're going to have union one day. Like, you just have to. So where is this idea of like, this is never happening, it never happens for everybody, this is bullshit, this is like, yeah, you have to always come with that kind of neutrality, but don't come with that kind of negativity, because at the end of the day, you have to kind of ask yourself, am I the kind of person who would just harp on something like this, or is there something really here? And that's what you need to ask. And sometimes, yes, the guidance is that you're on the twin flame journey for this part of your life, but eventually you'll get off because you come into union and spiritual service, or because you are being asked for that to serve a purpose in your life, and then you continue with the soulmate. But you have to know that no matter what it is, you're on this journey for a specific reason. And for a lot of you, it is about coming into union, harmonious union, okay? So I just want to like point that out, all right? Anyway, so let's continue moving on. Bottom of the deck, High Priestess. Thank you, God. All right, this is saying that hello, that's true. What I just said. Aww. How cute. Right underneath is the Emperor. How adorbs. Oh, anyway, we'll put him back in. God bless. But he's here already, right? This is reading. He's coming through. Yeah, and he's saying I'm not the best person at the moment, right? I get that. Because his card is coming up over the Seven of Swords, the deceit, right? But I do feel that he's finishing up some stuff. Because I'm seeing him is not stealing these swords, but going around and picking them up out of the ground. Once he's done picking them up out of the ground, he's going to come back. And look at it. He's got 2 left. Where do you think he's coming next to make amends? Think about it. 2 swords left to make amends. Where could he possibly be going? Just as he ding, comes right on top of this card about the 2 and being in union, right? He's coming back to make amends to you. Alright, so let's continue on. I'm seeing that while the more masculine energy is in the hermit, or has been in the hermit mode, I don't care who he's been with and what brothels you saw him coming out of, he's in hermit mode. But what I'm seeing here is, usually the hermit is about seeking, but what I'm seeing here is this hermit is on this ledge. And he's looking out at you who's across, and he's waiting. He's like, come on over here. So this is about beckoning to you. This is someone who's finished their journey. He's in full magician's robes. He's beckoning to you to come over, to come on. And here you are. You're like, coming. You know, I've finished my part. What was your part? Your part was to get independent, do your thing. See this 9 of Pentacles? Look at that. You took all these 9 of Pentacles and you melted it down, and you put it into one big Ace of Pentacles. The pentacle to rule all pentacles, right? You had to go and gather your strength, they're saying. You had to go and create the 10 of Pentacles foundation for yourself. He had to do his own stuff, and now he's done his work. He's here, it's still in his hermit wear, like, hey, and you're over here, coming, I'm finished. And you guys are going to come into connection. Now, underlying you is this change is the wheel, right? The cycles are changing. Obviously, now it's time to come into connection, because I'm seeing these cups. This is 1 cup, but I'm seeing 2 cups there, right? This is about coming into connection with this person. Underlying this guy is the Queen of Wands. The actions you've been taking have been, and waiting. See how she's kind of chilling? She's like, I knew this was coming. And look at her with her cat. Yeah, with the Ace of Wands. Working on whatever she's had to do, whether it's spiritual service or just whatever she's doing. That your actions were what was powering this hermit and keeping him warm during this winter. Now, whether you believe it or not. Now, what does that look like in the 3D, basically? Like, generally speaking, to make it more... it looks like modeling. See, look at how this King of Wands, he wants to come in. How they both have the wands now. This is the Ace of Wands. They both got an Ace of Wands. This looks like modeling, but it also looks like something like him, whether he's in somebody else's bed. You know, there are moments when he thinks about you. And even though it may not seem like that, you were the true north that oriented him. Because you were out there, he always had this niggling feeling in his mind like, oh, I know I should be over there, or there's this girl I can't forget, or just whatever. You know, he's not thinking about all those exes he had in the past. No, but he's got you on the mind. You occupying that mental space for him is what drove him forward in many ways. And now we see he's coming back like for reals. He's coming back as the in that knight energy, but he's coming in as a page. Yeah, and then it's like quickly knight then king, but more king than the knight, right? So it's like you guys have been, we're seeing what you've been working on and what you've been powered by. So with you, what has been driving you forward has not been so much this idea of my masculine. It's not like, and what I mean by that is, it's not like, oh my God, I've got to do better, I've got to get this done because I need to be ready for my masculine. It wasn't like that. It's more like the cycles have driven you forward. Like they've pushed you into new cycles. Like, oh, it's time to let go now. It's time to open your heart again. It's time to let go now. It's time to open your heart again. That's that cyclical energy that has pushed the feminine forward. And again, what has pushed the masculine forward has been the feminine. So it's almost like for him, he's probably more like, dude, I got to clean up my act. I got to get right because she's not going to take me back if I don't do this. That's a more masculine orientation. So the woman leads and the man follows, but we often don't look at what it is that is leading the woman. What's leading the woman? It's fate, it's destiny, it's the wheel that turns. What holds her back is her masculine. Because if she keeps looking back, like, is he gonna follow me? Why is he out over there with other people? Like, that's when she gets stuck. So that's why when Spirit says let it go, you gotta let it go, feminine, because you have to follow the cycles. In the North Star, when it appears, you follow it. And when you start to go there, he's like, oh shoot, and he tries to come for you. But if you keep looking back, he's gonna like, she's not going anywhere. All right, I'll be right back. You know, that's how that happens. And then you guys get stuck. So you have to pull him forward. And that's why we're seeing these driving forces for you being the cycles, and for him being what do you call this? You. Now, I'm seeing here that for the masculine and the feminine, both of you have issues with the shadow side, but for the feminine, it's being marked by the actual shadow side, the not knowing. It's like, who's he with? What's going on? What does this mean about us? What does it mean about me? Are we going to be together? And for the masculine, what I'm seeing for him is similar, but it's in the Eight of Swords. So for him, it's more about like willful blindness, wanting to sleep around, wanting to do this, wanting to have his cake and eat it too, failing to see the love that is there waiting for him. So this is more like misguided thinking, denial, things like that. For her, it's all about shadows and obsessive thinking. So these two things have been like thorns in the side of the masculine and feminine on their journeys. But I'm also seeing here that what she was being asked to look at, for the most part, was to have strength. Amidst all of this craziness and this obsessive thinking and these fears and these feelings of rejection and abandonment, Spirit always kept saying, hold on, be strong, be strong, be strong. And there have been times when she's like, dude, why do I have to always be the strong one when this is a lion? He should be the strong one. Why does he get to sleep and do whatever he wants, but I have to be awake all the time? You know, why do I have to carry the burden? I'm like smaller, I'm like this, I'm like, and he's just kicking it there. That's your perspective. But look, only one of you has that symbol over you. Only one of you has the awareness. And when you have the awareness, you start to see things another way. It's not that he's sleeping and resting, it's like he's not awakened yet. But you are the awakened one. And when the awakened one has awakened, they carry with them the sacred responsibility of holding the vision. And by holding the vision, you act in accordance with it, holding the belief that things are going to be okay, letting go, opening your heart, releasing fear, anger, having forgiveness, realizing that everything is cyclical. That's your sacred journey, feminine. For him, yes, he's been trapped in his thoughts a lot, right? We see this. And what he needed to remember, just like you needed to remember that you're the awakened one and you have to be strong for the both of you and you have to lead, he needed to, remember that this is a real love. That's why he couldn't recognize you. He couldn't remember it in his unawakened state. And so for him, the challenge was always to remember this connection and to move towards it and to build and to, with that 3D self, those real world resources, the magician, to use his time, his efforts, his resources to build that pathway back to you and to build it with you, and from then on to build for the world. So you see, both of you have sacred visions that you needed to keep in connected with. You needed to keep in connection with the fact that you have to be the one who holds the vision and holds it. You're like the glue that holds it together, and he has to be the one that brings the real world physical to the connection. That's why he's the last one to bring the 3D component. You bring the 5D early, he brings the 3D last, and that's because you have to hold the vision, and he has to be inspired. As I said this, I put my hands on my forehead, and now look, it's the same action. He has to be inspired by your awakening, by your trusting in the universe, by your avoidance of giving into shadows. That has to awaken him to be able to see who you are, and from that moment then bring his 3D self and build a foundation here on the earth. Guys, it's cyclical. So remember, if you're like, what, you can check out the twin flame commentary that the angels channeled for the daily reading. One of the daily readings is, I think it's called a commentary on twin flames or something like that. It actually has twin flame in the message, and it's in November's daily readings for 2019. Anyway, God bless. They talk a little bit about that, but they're talking about it again because for you guys, Taurus, this is important because this is all about the divine masculine finally coming into the connection in the 3D. So that's why, look at, the plan is now being revealed. Like it's like, this is what we've been doing, because look, he's coming in. Now, what else do I see here? This card, notice, is just thrown right there. It's not fully in yet. So let's see what that is. Okie dokie pokies. So here we are right here. We're in this bottom row right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. What I'm seeing, 5, 6, 7. Okay. What I'm seeing is that right now, as we find ourselves, the phase, the cycle that we're in, for you divine feminine, any feminines watching, you're being asked to work, right? Work in the 3D. Work with what's given to you. If this person reaches out to you, work on it, right? Just respond to whatever's going on in a very physical way. Now, look at the guidance. The guidance is coming in for you, and you've got everybody there, but you're being asked to take actions right now. So I know it's like you're in rest. Yes, you are, but that doesn't mean that you're not doing anything. There's still things that you have to be doing. We see up here you have to be working on yourself. We've got the Three of Pentacles here. So there are certain actions that you're going to have to be taking. Now, at the same time, I'm seeing this. This is the Moon card. Oops, excuse me. Can you see it? This is the Moon card. It speaks of illusions, right, and fears. But what I'm seeing intuitively in this is like, this is approaching. Look, she's hearing something through the trees. This is the cycle now. The wheel has changed, and the cycle is here now. Your masculine already knows who you are. He already has made the decision to come towards you. He's going to be taking those steps in December. He's going to be coming in very much like a page. But guys, that's the veneer. It's all veneer. This is a man coming back as a king. He wants to stay, all right? And believe it, because if he wanted to come back and just whatever, that sure. But the fact that I'm getting all these masculine cards and spiritual service and the Emperor card, no, guys. This is coming in to get started on work. Like, all right, let's do this thing. What are we doing? You know, like this is it. Okay? But in this card, I see the feminine not believing it. Look at her. She's like, is this for real? Is this for real? Where are the cameras? And it's like, okay, well, fine. Yeah, he's coming back. All right, let's see. She's heard of it. She's heard about this time. It's kind of like, what is this union of which you speak? the ancestors tell tale of it. You know, it's like that kind of feeling, but she's never seen it. She's only heard of it, you know, and could it really be? Could this for reals be it? I'm seeing Lady Nada like, dude, yeah, don't you see the 3D and the 5D are aligned for me? And don't you see his 3D and his 5D are aligned for him? This is it. So part of your sacred journey at this time in this phase, feminine, is to keep working and doing what you're doing. This is unprecedented territory for you. This has never happened because you've never come together and stay together. This is about coming together and staying together. This is new territory. So what you're being asked to do is to respond and to do as spirit, you know, chimes in. But you also have to counter it with beliefs. You have to believe that this is for you. You have to believe that it's possible. All right? Now, what I'm seeing for the masculine is that he's got to deal with some karma. He's finishing up karma. And part of that karma is about making amends to you. Right? So now we're like, oh yeah, that's true. See, we believe it when it's about the masculine because we're so focused on his journey, right? And we're like, yeah, he does have stuff he needs to get clear with me, and he is dealing with the karmic partner, and he is doing whatever. He's cleaning up. He's in cleanup, but I feel that he's almost done because I'm seeing this, and he's calling in now for this eclipse to move. He's ready for the light. You see that? So his karma is coming to a close. Whatever it is, whoever it is, and you, blah, 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 it's coming to a close. He's probably already finished it. He's put the broom off to the side, and now it's like, all right, I'm ready to deal with any karma and stuff related to my twin. And he's like reaching up to the heavens. All right, please move eclipse. And then the light comes, and it's time to have that connection with you. At the same time, look at this card. This Page of Swords speaks of communication. Sometimes, to me, this looks like someone's about to cut someone off, but almost like ruthlessly without asking, you know. And for somebody, you know, maybe that's whatever, but I'm seeing more this energy coming in. It was like this, as you remember, it came like this. This means this person isn't quite communicating as yet, but you're getting, because see, he's in the middle of calling you in. So communication may be in the 5D. A lot of you are telepathic. You may feel his presence. You may carry on full-blown conversations with this 5D person. You're feeling as he's speaking and, you know, willing you in. In the 3D, it might look like prayers, like, good night, God, please bring this person back. It might look like, oh, what's this book? The Secret? Law of Attraction? Oh, can I manifest? Whatever it is in the 3D, but what he's really doing is pulling you in, and you're feeling it. That's why you're seeing and hearing things through the trees, but you haven't seen the physical apparition yet. So there's this liminal space where the energy is ripe between the two of you, but it has yet to manifest in terms of a text or a doorbell ring or something, and that's why this is here. But it's turning a little bit more. As I'm sitting here, the energy's turning a little bit more, probably as a result of this reading, I don't know, but it looks like it's more upright. Before it was like this. I think it was before like this, and then it became like this, and now it's like this, touching the mind of this feminine. The mind of this feminine, and the sword is pointing to the Queen of Wands. So what that tells me is that she's starting to believe, you guys are starting to believe, oh, this could possibly be it. But on top of that, it's this belief that, oh, I could be the one. Like, I could really be the one that is chosen. Look at this. I actually want to take a drink, but again, Spirit doesn't mince words. Our action, ding, this is victory. Of course you're the one. Okay? But also, can I get a sip? Thanks. All right, now as I did that, those two cards kind of moved, and it hit me like, oh, Otter Spirit and Bat Spirit, who are saying, we're together already. You're never alone. This is assured. And Bat Spirit is saying, yeah, this rebirth is definitely happening, baby. We're on, baby. Those energies shifted just a little bit, and then the message that comes through from that movement is just rest assured. You know, sit back, lean in. What's the rush? It's happening. What's the rush? Kick it, you know? Settle into it. Let it sink in. The last two cards on the table here are about this guy's actions. I'm seeing him coming in making this Knight of Cups offer. Remember, I told you he's going to come back like a page or a knight, depending on, you know, your person. But it's really a king underneath. You're not going to be able to see what it is that they're hiding it, what it is their true intentions are. Like, they may come in. It's funny, because 2 days ago, was I at work yesterday? What did I do yesterday? Today's Wednesday. Yes, I was at work yesterday. And yesterday at work, it was more like an office hours day. And so I wasn't like teaching in the classroom. And my guy in the 5D came by, and I was like, hey, what up? Because he always comes by, God bless. And like, I could feel his energy was very physical, much more physical. And then I could feel he took my 5D hand, and because I'm watching it, all this go down, and he like had me touching his face. He's like, it's really me. I'm really here. And as we started talking, I could feel more of the personality of the 3D coming into that conversation. Because a lot of times what happens is I would have, you know, we can carry on love affairs with our 5D person, because the 5D person remembers us. They're the ones who sleep at night with us. They hold us. They talk to us during the day. They send us music, this and that. The 3D part is the part that is in and out. And if you were to touch into the 3D person's energy at any given time, you might feel fear. You might feel shadows. You might feel jealousy. You might feel those energies. But when it comes to a moment when, like yesterday, when I'm seeing the 5D and the 3D aligning and coming to see me, that's a good sign. That's like this. So a lot of you may actually be like, I'm having that experience. If you are, give a shout out on the bottom, right? Because we don't know. But what I'm saying is that in the discussion with him, he came through, and I was like, oh my God, he's so serious. Because my guy's very practical. Look at me, like, dude, I'm like not so practical. I mean, come on, God bless. Anyway, he's so practical, and he literally was like, all right, we need to talk. And he came through as very physical. So he's like, what is it that you expect from this relationship? And I was like, well, you know, I want this, I want that, you know me. Basically, it boils down to, look, I don't want you sleeping with other women. Like, that's what I'm here, that's what I'm about. And he's like, well, I want to take it slowly. God bless. Taurus energy. God bless, no shades. I want to take it slowly, and I want to have freedom, and I want to, like, so he's not ready to get married and stuff like that. So to my ears, I'm like, wait, so basically you're saying you want to have me around and have fun and stuff, and, you know, but you're not trying to commit, so that means you could be off somewhere doing whatever you want with, like, I'm sorry, that's not for me. And in that moment, like, I realized there was an impasse. And then a little bit later, you know, because then other people in my office started talking to me. This is how it happens. You're like, excuse me, everyone, I'm trying to have a conversation, but you can't say that. So he waits patiently. Then he comes in, and it's almost like, I don't know if to say it was a test, but I got that energy almost like he's kind of like, I was testing to see where you're at. All right. And when you're in your, now I'm seeing the divine feminine. When you're in the divine feminine and you're there, you're like, I love you, but this is not going to be good for me to, like, I can't be with somebody that I'm going to always be wondering about who they're with and this and that. And some people can do it, and that's great, but I know myself, and it would not be good for me. It would make my life a living hell. So it's better for us not to come together in the physical if that's what you want. If when you're ready to commit, come see me later, and then we could talk. And so I've sensed that as the divine feminine, masculine, he was testing the waters to see where I was at. And this is what I'm saying here. I was going to tell you guys that it dawned on me today that him probably coming in and saying that was him coming as the Knight of Cups. But really, on a deeper level, he's like, no, I want the whole thing. I want commitment. I want this and that. But he's not going to say it to me. And so why I told you that story is for you to see that even in your 5D/3D connections that are in the non-physical, this person might still be coming in as a Knight of Cups for you. The 5D is like, no, girl, let's get this done. But when you feel that 3D energy coming in, and they're saying stuff like, I want to take my time, and like, I just want to see how you are, and that could be a total facade, because really they really want the whole thing. Because I'm like, maybe, remember, they have insecurities too, and maybe that aspect of him, that 3D aspect of him that I was talking to, where I was like mildly like, dude, you're trying to pitch me like, you know, an open relationship. I'm not trying to be a homie lover friend. I'm 37. Nobody has time for that, right? But really, maybe that was on his end a way to see whether I was serious about him. Because if I was serious about him, then I wouldn't want to stop short of wholesale wanting him. And a lot of these masculines have these fears that they're actually not wanted. They have their core wounds also. Sometimes they feel that they're just being used for their money. Sometimes they feel that, you know, the women just want some support of some sort, that the women in their life, male, female, doesn't matter, but the feminine in their lives, they feel that they're just there to have a boyfriend and to have those feelings. But the men, they're wounded on the inside, and sometimes they feel like the real me who just wants to be lame and smell flowers in the field, or like, you know, play tiddlywinks, which the world just does not, you know, approve of for man. You know, like, I know you guys like tiddlywinks. That's the energy, right? Maybe that's what used to give him happiness when he was younger, and he learned very young to paint over that self and to be more of the manly man and seek out this and do that and fortune and the women, and now today he still can't believe that this woman would want them as they are. They're carrying some deep-seated like denials of self, guys. And so what we're seeing, my warning to you, is when this person comes back in the physical or the non-physical, listen to what they're saying, yes, because he really was showing up. Like, dude, he wouldn't have showed up if he wasn't serious. But I suspect that he wasn't telling the full story. Do you know what I mean? Because he was testing to see how serious I was about him. And either way, at the end of the day, as the feminine, I'm like, well, whether or not he was testing and whether or not he just, you know, wanted that kind of connection, like, it's not for me. And Fox Spirit wants to come in. Think on your feet. I'm also seeing this fourth ray of harmony. I'm getting the energy, the 14th. So for some of you, December 14th, but also could be January 14th, is going to be the watershed moment. For me, I heard December 18th would be mine, Wednesday, with the watershed moment when the devil energy that he's still working with will be released completely. So for some of you, I'm getting December 14th or January 14th, something like that. But Spirit is saying, think on your feet in that moment, like what I just told you, where I was like, I spoke my truth, and that's all there is to it. That's how you guys have to be thinking on your feet. Not thinking like in, like, if he says this, what would I say? No, just think in a moment, like, is that what I want? And the answer is no. And if it means that we're not going to come into union at this time, then it's got to be that way, because I can't choose him over me, right? So I'm seeing this person coming back to you, and you're going to be in this state of 5 of Cups grief, right? A lot of you may be grieving, maybe still going through stuff. But when they offer you this offer, you got to stay true to yourself. Anytime you stay true to yourself, it's always going to be the best way of thinking on your feet, because it doesn't require you to get into this fake mode and playing games and, well, I want this and I want that. No, just be honest. Like, you know what, honestly, this isn't going to work for me in that iteration because da-na-na-na-na, and that's all there is to it. And if he is really serious about you, which this person is, he's either going to change what he's trying to do and bring that commitment, you know, or he's going to acknowledge that he's not ready and he's not going to come in. But this is somebody who's ready. So you very well may have a test of some sort, testing your commitment. That makes me want to draw some Moonology cards. Hold on. Because that's one of the cards in there. Your commitment is being tested. Oh, they just reminded me about these cards. I didn't talk about those cards. Let's see. Let's just get some Moonology cards, God. What do we want to say? Oh, here's one. Whoa, okay. The what do you need to release card. Yes, there are some things, last minute things you may need to release. See, but I'm feeling this card is really coming in the, I'm saying the positive, meaning and that's what I'm getting, you don't have to release disconnection. There might be little things you need to release. That being said, remember they just reminded me about these cards, Mouse Spirit, these cards. Mouse Spirit, yeah, hi, Jelly Bean Eyes. Tend to the small things. Clutter, declutter, simplify, finish up school. Somebody is still in school, finish up school first. Oh, I'm still in school. I'm teaching. But I'm moving, guys. I'm moving back to the States. Yay! Yay! I'm the only one cheering. But anyway, yes. And I'm getting wine. Popping some bubbly champagne. But anyway, look, there's some of you need to finish up school. You have to finish up whatever you're doing. Tend to the small things. But don't release disconnection. Okay? What else? Let's get another card. Wait, this wants to be in the reverse, right? But I do want it to be, like, don't release the connection, but there are some things you need to release. Clutter, things like that. Finish up school, blah, blah, blah. Finish up whatever. Another card. I think we need to draw 4 cards to go with these 4 cards. Whoa. Oh, man. I was falling. Oh, okay. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Duh, guys. We know that. Any cards here that need to go with that? Yes, this one. This tough cycle was so necessary. It was about laying a solid foundation. But it's almost like building a house. We see that with this 4 of Wands here, and we see the 4 of Pentacles. This guy has a house right behind it. This tough cycle was necessary to build a solid foundation for which you two, upon which you two can stand together and join. Notice it's the 6. You have the 4 energy of being solid, and then we've got the 2 joining, right? So I'm picking up that maybe you guys may have been asked to leave this person, you know, whatever, triggering some kind of tower moment for this guy or this male energy. Now, you may have thought, oh, it's over, but it was a matter of creating. So for some of you, you were asked to move on with somebody else, and that triggered your masculine to give in that last push, that final push. That was all necessary because the energy that came in for him was the energy of awareness and recognition of who you really are, okay? Oh, guys, stop it. The next card, show the world the real you. Because this was also about this guy coming into awareness of who he is. The divine masculine has lived basically a whole life of not knowing who they are. I mean, look at how society tells them who they have to be. They're not safe to be what they want to be from very early ages. I mean, come on, guys. They're told to chase after certain things and to let go of certain things. Look, show the real you. We just heard that. And it was necessary. And the card that corresponds to that is believe in yourself. So when you come back into connection with this person, you're going to see another side of them. It's going to be freaking sexy as hell, I'm telling you. Because I kid you not, the more authentic this person is, the more of an aphrodisiac it is to you. I'm seeing the wisdom of the divine feminine. The more authentic they are, the less guard they're going to have up, the more of their real self and personality you're going to see, and it's going to take your breath away. It's like, it's sexy because you guys naturally attract each other. What chills the attraction between the two of you is the layers of fakeness. And so all these tower moments, all of these shadow stuff, all of these things have been about breaking down those layers. And without breaking down the real person can never be broken down. It can only be covered over. So the more that this person is in this humbled state and just putting down pretenses, taking off masks and being who they are, it's like, I'm kidding you, I'm feeling it's like an aphrodisiac. It's like, oh my God, I want you right now. Take your pants off. Like, it's that much. And imagine if you put down your guardedness and your this and your that and the fakeness and the games and the acrylic nails and the blah blah blah. I mean, wear them if you want, but if you strip down to your basic self in the personality way, and yes, you sure physical way as well, that's an aphrodisiac to this person. The more you guys are in your natural selves, the more you guys can experience each other as the otter spirits that you know yourselves to be. At any other given time, you're just getting little bits and pieces of them through the distortions. But with this, it's like, you know, it's great. Lady Nada's coming through with Divine Mother energy, and she's like, yeah, look at her energy. She's like, yeah, we're trying to get you guys together. Look over here too, Family of Light. They're like, yeah, we're trying to get you guys together. Can you guys get together? Yeah. You see? I mean, like, come on. This is you coming into awareness of that, like, oh, if I'm myself and he's himself, then yeah. She's like, yeah. What do you guys, like, come on. We've been trying to tell you this for years. Now, last card. Oh, whoa, it almost fell out. You and your loved ones are safe. Blink. Blink. Let me pull one more card. Oh no, let me pull one more. Excuse me. Expect powerful change. Powerful charge. Oh, that's that masculine charge. Get it. Don't let pride get in your way. I'm being drawn to this Cancer sign. So somebody Cancer, right? Don't let pride come in your way. Oh, thank you. All right. I think that was a message for me, because the next card said nothing will come of this situation. I'll share it for you guys. If you're dealing with if the third party was a Cancer, okay, that's the divine intervention coming in to say nothing's going to come of that situation. All right, thank you. Sorry guys, no shade. Anyway, this last card, use your mind wisely. I'm trying, God, I'm trying, okay? Use your mind wisely. Pig spirit is here. They're saying, hey man, you and your loved ones are safe. Your person's not going anywhere. Whoever that third party, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth party and 10 kids are, your person's not going anywhere. I'm getting the word passport. I'm getting the word passport here. So it's almost like somebody's going to be traveling across seas, so they might be sending you a passport, or how can someone send a passport? You get my point. There's going to be a passport, so there's going to be reconnection. I do see reconnection fees though, so there may be some cost around a reconnection. So that tells me that maybe if you're in separation from your person, especially physical separation, I'm seeing long distance stuff. As you make your way back together, I'm feeling there might be a reconnection fee. Obviously, plane ticket cost, but I'm seeing that this person may need to let go of third parties, so that's the fee that they may have to pay a bit. So they got to take care of that before, you know. Anyway, they're saying don't let pride get in your way and expect powerful change. So watch your pride, keep your thoughts positive, and believe that you're safe and that this connection is safe and this union is protected. So use your mind wisely, those 3 cards. So, and he's saying, and I'll connect with you when I'm ready. See, he's trying to put the timer for himself. Remember, the energy is showing like this, that things are coming, but he's putting the timer here like this. Expect powerful change, but let me take my time in how much power I mete out, because this is somebody who's very much parsing through their power. They're very much meeting out, M-E-T-E, that's the verb to meet. They're very much meeting out their power. This is a calculative person, and they're very, very practical. Maybe a few of them may not be practical people in your mind, like, oh, they're so bubbly, they got this 6 energy, whatever. But I'm getting that this person is very practical when it comes to this. When it comes to heavy commitments like this, they're going to be practical. And so they're taking their time. They need to feel secure in that 3D. So for some of them, it's about making more money and feeling like a man, that they're able to provide. These are very important things. So remember, ladies, feminine, we're just like, oh, I love you. Let's shack up. You know, I don't care. Where's the house? I don't care. I just need you. And we can build together. The men aren't like that. If you haven't noticed, they're just not like that. They're not wired that way. They're not like us. We're like, oh, wrong time, right person. I'll make it the right time. You know, no money, no home. That's okay. As long as we're together, we can build it. That's feminine thinking. Male thinking seems to be opposite. The opposite to that is like, right girl, wrong time, so I'm not getting involved. Okay? when it's the right time to pick up a female, they're going to look around and see which female is there, and hopefully they remember you. If they don't, they'll pick whoever's there, the best of the lot. That's how guys are. And maybe that's why they try to hold on to us. They try to keep us hanging on to the side. And for us, we're like, no, bump that, like, right? And that's also why a lot of women, they're saying try to hold on to the man, because they think he's the right person, and they're like, oh, he's going to see that I'm the right person one day, because they know that that's how men are wired to think, that when he's ready to settle down, he's going to look for who's in the vicinity and the most suitable mate, and her hope is that he'll remember her. But it doesn't often work out that way, because when men are ready, they have their own decision making, they have their own things that they're looking for, and sometimes we may not know what it is a man is looking for in that moment, because it's just not publicized. Whereas men kind of have an idea of what women are looking for when they're ready to settle down. They want someone who has a job, they're stable, they're this, they're that. Those tropes exist in society, in movies, books, everything. But what do men want in a woman that they want to settle down with, right? Many of us are like, I don't know, sex. Actually, they may want someone who can father and mother their child. They want somebody who can provide. They want, a lot of men, especially in the modern day, want an equal partner who can hold it down at home. They're strong, they're sexy, they're cool. Like, we don't know what guys are actually looking for when it's that time. So the best thing you can do is be all about yourself, right? And focus on you. Now, as I'm saying that, I'm getting an energy that feels like very positive and very, like, my hands are all like doing this now. It feels very familiar. It's almost like, wow, this is really going to erupt. Like, something's really coming in. It's like it's going to happen. For me, it feels like in the next 7 days. What's 7 days from now? What's today? Yeah. Oh my God, today's the 11th. Didn't I tell you my guy, supposedly, God bless, according to the ether, he's coming in on the 18th? We're going to see, because my energy, I'm feeling 7 days, and it's like a deja vu flash before my eyes. So guys, it could be for some of you as well, but focus in. And if it doesn't happen in 8 days, 7 days, or whatever I said, to me, it's fine, because I know where I'm at. Do you see what I mean? And as I'm saying that, I see this feminine here. All right, she's like, I know where I'm at. I'm on this table for right now, right? Like, that's what I'm doing now. Yeah. So, is there anything else to say to our beloved people, angels, guys? Yeah, no, they're just saying believe in yourself and focus on you. Yeah, that's what he was saying. He wants his own time to do what he wants. Remember, he may be, your guy, whoever he is, may be like here, almost ready to like reach out. But all of them want to have this idea of this. Give him the time that he needs to do what he needs to do, because for him, this is a serious situation. They don't just jump headlong into things like maybe the feminine would. All right? They're more like, oh, this is what I want to tell you. For men, they are all about building. So they're not of the mind, well, as long as we're together, we can build together. That's not the vast majority. For them, it's more like they want to go out, they want to interact with the world, they want to be free, they want to explore, they want to, and women want this too, but I'm just explaining this energy that I'm getting. They want to build before, because if they come into a situation with nothing, it's kind of like they're always going to not, it's almost like starting off something on the wrong foot. And that's not something that is it's not even something that's valorized in society. Like the father of the girlfriend or whatever is like, or the fiance is like, what are you bringing to this? You know, you don't have a job, you don't have this, how are you supposed to pay for stuff? How are you going to provide for my daughter? These are things that are in the back of the man's mind already. So even though the girls are like, it's okay, baby, let's get together, we can plan this stuff together, we'll work together. He's like, no, that's not good enough for me. I need to feel like a man when I come into this connection. So I need to get this job. I need to make my way out in this world. I need to come in with money. I need to feel like I have foundations and savings. And so that's why these men, they take so long. When they're ready and they're finally ready to commit, they start building, and like sometimes it is literally a legitimate reason for a lot of masculines not to get involved with you, because they don't feel secure in the financial. Like for us, we're like, that makes no sense. Like, I'm here I don't get it. I'm here. We can double up our resources. We can work together. What I have is yours. What you have is mine. You just need to stop sleeping around. And the man is completely different. He's like, no, that's not good enough. I need to feel like a man. And if I'm not able to provide, then for me, I don't feel like a man. And so for some of you in relationships, whether or not this story is for you, if you're in any relationships and your honey bun is not able to work, or they're not able to provide in the way that they would like to be providing, make sure that you don't make them feel crappy about it, because that stuff stings deep for a male energy, okay? Just always remember that, all right? Anyway, yes. Okay, some of you might come into union before they get that job and stuff, so keep that in mind. This is the last card that is here. It says the energy is gaining momentum. Alrighty, poos? Okay, guys. God bless you guys. Love yous. And have a beautiful and blessed December. If you'd like a personal reading to find out what's going on for your particular energy, please do reach out. If you'd like to donate and say, thanks, Janelle. You're the best. We love you. Yeah. Feel free. The link is in the box below as well. And if you enjoyed the reading, please do give a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Alright? Thank you. Mwah. Bye.